I mean, the levels.
Yeah, they're
Sweet.
sweet. That's crazy.
You look kind of like you could be in Jaws.
Yeah, that's what I'm going for.
Like, what's his name? Who's the guy that's a loser?
Who's the guy that sucks?
No shade. He's got drip in it, but you know what I mean? The nerd.
Right.
Richard Dreyfuss.
You see X?
Yeah.
I look like the nerd in that too, I feel like.
No, you don't. You look nothing like him.
He wore like a hat. That's all I remember about him. He wore a hat and he held the camera.
I don't know.
That's
about
me.
that.
They look like Jaws.
Yeah.
I feel very...
You're like, if we were Jaws, it'd be you're Quint.
No, he's the shark, dude.
Oh, you're the shark. No,
Yeah.
but he's Quint, though, because Quint's like,
Just
all
that
eerie.
forever
He'd
look
do
in
the
his
speech.
eyes.
He'd do the speech out of nowhere. Because that's the best part of Jaws, you know? By far. Like, because I only saw Jaws
You
in
don't
like
like
September. No, I mean, that's awesome for it, but it's like the part that surprised me because I saw Jaws like only the last couple months. It's the first time. It was like, I was like, this is like cool, but it's like, this is what I thought it would be.
Yeah.
But then seeing like the Quint monologue, I was like, holy shit. I didn't think it would have this. That was awesome.
Didn't the dad tell his son, like, kiss me to make me brave or something?
Maybe.
It sounds creepy as I'm making it sound. It was like a tender moment. I don't remember.
I mean, you were there. You should.
Well, yeah, it's new.
know.
Oh, right.
It's New England. I mean,
True.
Tom Brady.
Tom
It's like
Brady.
Be kissing his...
It'd
Mark
be, it'd be
Wahlberg.
crazy if like New England got the reputation for like kissing your son. When I feel like the reality is New England's kind of like cold,
Yeah.
family wise, is the general thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, maybe it's like more Boston, but Boston is like New England.
I would say that extends to the rest
Yeah.
of New England. Like, Maine people are not, like, generally
They're not warm?
considered warm. Not new. No.
I feel like Maine gives off more of a warm vibe. You know what I mean?
No, it's not. It's not
'Cause it's
like,
like mountains and shit.
Vermont does. Vermont is very welcoming.
Well,
and
Vermont's like
Maine and New
barely-
Hampshire are not.
Vermont's like barely New England, right?
I don't even think it is.
I think it technically is, right?
I don't know, but I was thinking
New
about
York is not.
going to Vermont
Yeah.
earlier. I was
For
like,
what?
damn. I just saw like I think someone posted they were there, and I was just like, damn, like there's stuff in Vermont to do.
Kieran, you
Well,
you have like a Pinterest board of places you want to go.
Yeah.
I should.
I just want to go to
Um,
places I've seen in movies. You know what I mean?
Valid. I
You
do
would have
want
been so
to.
mad at me when I was at that place they shot Star Wars in Ireland, and I just took a nap on the bus.
That's funny.
I actually
That would
don't
be
even
cool.
know if that's the place, but it was.
I
one
don't
of
think
them.
you can because it's an island. You can't take a bus there.
It's the rocks, the one with the rocks.
But it's an island. I don't think they have buses on there.
Well, how do you get to the? They shot a movie on it. They didn't fly in the camera equipment.
Maybe they took a boat or something. But you can't take a bus there. It's like not connected to mainland. I'm saying-
Maybe they.
there's no way
Ireland
God-
is not connected to mainland.
But it's land. You know what I'm saying, Kieran? Do you see Last Jedi?
No, dude.
What? You see Force Awakens?
Nope. But actually, here's the
Dude,
thing
stop
with
lying.
me. No,
This news of you?
I think it would be cool to road trip every state.
Yeah, it would. That would be awesome.
I don't think so.
I
You
do.
don't
I
think
would
so?
love to. I don't know every state, but I'd love like
Remember that
east
guy?
to west. You know?
Yeah.
Remember that guy who wanted to make an album for every state, and he made like two.
What's his name? I know. What's his name?
Sylvester Seymour.
No, Sylvester Seymour.
Steven
Sufjan. Steven
Steven
Sufjan.
Spielberg. Stefan. It's like it's not Steven.
Yeah, maybe it's not Steven.
Stefan Wilkes.
Sufjan.
Sufjan
Sufjan
Stevens.
Stevens. I got opposite. Yeah, he was trying to do it, but he did too. And
Yeah.
then he performed at the Oscars one year and did not win for best song, which is really funny to do.
But
They do
here's
that
the
to
thing.
a lot of them. But
That
it's like
would be like the road trip. You get a couple in,
two
and
states.
then you're like, "Fuck this! I hate America."
well, yeah, every state might be a bit much, but I'd love to just.
You want to
go
see every
straight
terrain.
line.
You want to go to like
Yeah.
upper west, lower west, middle, upper right, lower right, and then like a fun one, and that's it.
Yeah.
That's all you want.
Yeah, you wouldn't. I guess you
What
wouldn't
are
want
the-
to go through every
What are the stops?
state.
What are
Like-
the ones you want to hit?
What are you gonna do in Arkansas?
I don't know.
Buy cheap houses? Like,
I don't know. No, I mean, yeah, I guess so. Maybe not through 50 states, but maybe coast to coast.
Yeah. Sure.
'Cause California, and just hit some. I would go right around the bottom of the country, just like, bruh.
just the whole way.
Go Michigan, Illinois, Ohio, New York. I don't know. It'd be cool to see the Dakotas. Like, what's over there? A horse?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I want to go in a couple years. That way, the final destination to be California, and I go to George Lucas's museum. That's what I want.
Is it not open?
No, it's being like built right now. But it'll be like done in 2025. It's like a museum for cinema, which is probably gonna be the best one. It's gonna be huge, like a huge dome or some shit. It looks like a spaceship.
I want to build a dome really bad. Those like Adobe domes. It's like you take a bunch of like earth and you put it in a bag, and you like mix it with stuff to make it hard, and then you take the bags and you make like a circle of like how big you want your dome or house or whatever you're making to be, and then you just stack the bags on bags on bags, and they slowly come together into an arch, and then you put plaster on it, and you just build a house for like $10,000.
Can we do that in Massachusetts?
Zoning might be weird. I think you have to like say you're not gonna live in it. You have to. You'd be like,
What are
"This
you
is my
gonna do
shed.
it?
I just wanted to make a dome shed."
Okay.
And then it's 2,000 square feet as a bathroom in it. You're like, I just like to hang out in my shed.
Yeah.
Jeez.
You can't say like I just want to have my child sleep in here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your eyes getting you.
Yeah, a bit.
You need any Claritin? I got some.
No, I'm good.
Okay, let me know.
Damn.
Lucky's over there.
Lucky's over there.
We got Lucky on sound.
Oh, what's up, Lucky?
Are you like very allergic to dogs?
Yeah. But also, my skin was bad today, and my stuff is messing up today.
Well, there's dog hair on that couch.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get you some Claritin.
No, I'm good.
I'm getting it.
I'm not gonna take it.
Why not?
I'm just not gonna.
You just gonna sit here and cry?
Yep. This is an emotional episode, guys. Episode 20. The tears are coming out. Episode 20. It's been a long road. I can't believe we got here, guys. I'm so proud of us.
What do you guys want to do after?
To choose the right audio apps for you. Which one do you want to use to listen to this?
I think I'm good, Siri.
Sorry, I don't understand.
What'd you say, Joey?
What are you guys doing after this?
Tonight?
No, in general.
Oh, life plans?
Yeah, life plans.
Graduate. This guy.
Are you a junior?
Yeah,
Speaking
he's
for
gonna graduate.
He's gonna graduate.
Right, he's graduating now. You're
Sophomore.
Word.
So, never graduating. Stay in college for. I'm class 2025, but I'm really class 2030. I'm gonna drag it out.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah, life plans. Watch more movies. I'm trying to hit 100 letterboxd movies for this year. I'm at like 94 right now.
I believe in you.
It's like a big one for me.
I keep forgetting a lot of the movies I see.
I never forget. I'm like waiting. Sometimes if it's a bad movie, I wait. I'm like I can't wait to just be done with this.
Did you like End of Tour?
Yeah, it was pretty good. I didn't love it, but I was like, it was like interesting. I don't know much about David Foster Wallace. It was kind of like my introduction to him.
Yeah.
But
The performances are better than the movie. I feel
yeah,
like.
yeah, like that's what holds it together.
Mhm.
And it's like, yeah, it was cool. He seems like an interesting guy. You know. You liked it?
Not super memorable for me, but I remember liking it while it was on.
Yeah.
That kind of thing. I like David Foster Wallace. Got me out of a hole in my brain.
You read Infinite Jest?
No, dude, like, there's some guys like that where the books are just so like long and dense, and also have such like a reputation. I don't even want to touch it.
Yeah.
Like it sounds like a lot, but he had this short story called like I don't even remember. Like the cover of the audiobook of the short story was a keyhole, and I was having a crisis my sophomore year of school, and was like screaming at my roommate, and not like at him, but just like at life to him in the common room. And I just like laid down, and like the first thing on my YouTube recommended, because I'd watched like some David Foster Wallace lectures, but it's just like this audiobook of a thing, and I played it, and it just hit. It was nice, and then I never felt like that again. It was really cool.
Yeah. I mean, I guess that's the interesting thing about the movie is that he's like a professor at like a normal college. where it was like I think that was interesting. Where I didn't know much about him, but you think of him as just like a pretentious.
He taught Bill Burr
Person.
in school.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
That's crazy.
yeah,
Oh, Billy bitch tits.
yeah. Bill Burr and Paul Thomas Anderson took his class.
Whoa! Right before he dropped out.
Yeah.
That's cool.
I remember the movie kind of made him look like an incel, like he was just trying to get laid all the time or something.
No, well, his thing is he loves TV. That's like his addiction. I mean, yeah, he's just like.
But he's like has those
interesting
girls
guy.
around all the time, and he wants Jesse Eisenberg to stop flirting with the one he likes.
But it's like no, but it's not the one he likes. He's like it was his ex.
Oh,
It was more like an awkward thing. He wasn't like trying to get with either of them. I don't think. It seemed like he really had no desire. He just had dogs. He was like him. He had dogs.
he had dogs in
Oh,
TV.
dogs.
Yeah. Yeah, David Foster Wallace.
Damn, David Foster Wallace.
Do you have any opinions on him, Kieran?
Yeah, I fucking hate that guy.
Damn. All right, he
This
killed
is
himself.
water, Kieran.
Yeah.
Look at that dog.
No.
I'm so glad we switched that sound guy out.
Yeah.
Yeah, we put up like a job posting on Indeed, and he was just the best.
He's out the door. We put flyers up, and then he just came here with it in his mouth, and we're like, I guess.
And we put him
Yeah.
in the chair because we thought it was funny, and then he just starts plugging
He
stuff
loves
in.
it in there.
Yeah,
He
he's
loves that
actually
chair.
really good.
Yeah, he doesn't even bark
No, never.
Doesn't.
He gave me a little one time, and that was it.
on you.
No, just at me, just like a little.
Yeah,
He wanted to go
but
out.
he does that sometimes.
Yeah.
I'm only
Same
human.
family.
Well, I'm trying to work on my ape sounds. I've been trying to work on it for a while.
Yeah.
Did it come out of you? How was War of the Planet of the Apes?
Oh, it was awesome.
Yeah, so cool.
Pretty fucked up. It's like, yo,
Yeah,
they can't be doing that, but it was cool.
yeah.
Yeah.
The marketing screwed the movie a little bit because the title is War for the Planet of the Apes.
Yeah, the whole thing is
The
like it's
trailer
not.
is shooting and guns and screaming and Woody
Yeah.
Harrelson being a psycho, and then the actual movie there's like a lot of like heartwarming humanity and like hiking and
Yeah, I
and-
wonder how. Yeah, I haven't seen any of the trailers for them, but I wonder how they add like the human people. You know, because like Gary Oldman and Woody Harrelson aren't like in each movie for like an hour.
Right.
Like they're like, I mean, I think Gary Oldman's in it a bit earlier, but like
I didn't even
Woody
remember
Harrelson's
Gary
like
Oldman was in it.
he's like the leader of the people in the second one.
Really?
Yeah,
Gary Oldman?
yeah,
I only remember the guy, like the
the guy. It's like Jason Isaacs.
whatever. Yeah, that guy.
The main guy, but no, like he reports to Gary Oldman, and Gary Oldman's like, "We have to kill those apes."
I guess
and he blows himself up.
Yeah, yeah. He's on the walkie-talkie.
Yeah, he says every ape. No, I'm just kidding. It's another movie. Remember when he said that?
No.
It's from something.
Damn.
What do you think about Kieran? Episode 20. Any thoughts?
I can't believe it.
We have done this for a while.
Yeah.
Done this for a little bit. And thanks to our audience who's been sticking around.
Yeah. Who we got? Rachel. Michaela watches these. Pepper watches them.
Who's Pepper?
Who's Pepper?
Michaela's cat.
Pepper watches them.
Yeah.
Evan watches them.
My mom
Jake
keeps
watches 'em.
asking me for a link.
Yeah. I've been thinking about sending my therapist a link, but it also feels like that's like work. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they don't.
Just send her the clips. Send her the shorts.
Yeah,
send
it's
her-
like that. But it's like the same philosophy I have where like if I'm talking to my therapist about people I know, I'll say like my friend. I'm not gonna like remember these names.
Yeah, of course.
Which is like the
Of
same
course.
thing. But
Yeah,
it's like a lot of people do that, which I don't.
Right.
But it's like that's the same thing. Like I'm not gonna like give you hours like sort through this, figure something out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's definitely something you
could
can pull.
be something to do though. Like, oh man, I'm having so much trouble. Look at this episode and find out what my trouble's all about.
Well, yeah, I mean, it would be pretty meta if she's watching this one. You know what I mean?
True. What do you want out of therapy?
Well, I mean, what do I want out of life? You know what I mean? I want to transcend. You know what I mean?
No.
That I break through these walls of mine. That's the reality of it.
Just want to reach nirvana?
Uh,
Sit under a tree for a couple weeks?
yeah, I mean, yeah, the dream of therapy would be I'd have like a Good Will Hunting moment, but that will never happen. You know what I mean?
Where you break the therapist.
No, no, I don't want to break. No, but like he has a breakthrough.
You want to,
You know.
yeah, you want to dig into your. You want to therapize the therapist.
No, I don't want.
He wants
No.
a therapist who
I just want
doesn't
the
quit.
End, I just want the end scene. I just want the it's not your fault scene. I want something like that, but it wouldn't work for me. You know what I mean? Like I'm not Will Hunting, so it's not 1-to-1.
But you want the equivalent.
Yeah, I want the equivalent. I want.
You
like,
want a breakthrough.
like, no, not you, Sean. Not you. I don't want that.
Yeah.
But it's impossible. Because life is not a movie. You know what I mean?
I mean, people have those moments.
Well,
for
yeah,
sure.
but therapy is not just like he does that in like 2 months. Some shit. It's like whoa. You know what I mean?
Dude, wouldn't it be crazy if you looked like Robin Williams and you were like, yeah, I'm just the best therapist there is.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
just
Like, I'm
slowly
so sorry
transform
about
yourself
it.
into Robin
Yeah,
Williams.
I did. I have thought that I should be him for Halloween, but not just Robin Williams, like Sean from Good Will Hunting. But I feel like no one would get it. But I feel like I could totally do it. Just I didn't grow a full beard. All I need is like green button ups and like brown sweaters. And
Yeah,
it's
but then
like-
the people will know it's a costume. You gotta.
well, I'll also like put gray in the beard.
Yep.
Because he's old and he's pretty old. I mean, he's not like super old, but he has some gray, and do that. And I'll just say, I'll just say, my wife used to fart in her sleep. She used to wake the dog up, and I'll say, it's not your fault. And I'll try to hug people. And they'll fight me off just like him. Not you. It's not your fault.
Oh my god,
You know.
that's funny.
Do you, do you think I know anything about your life? Because I read Oliver Twist. I'll say that.
Damn. Yeah, I wrote Dogmare is
Dogmare.
a real thing.
It's coming out.
We had to write outlines. Well, we have to write outlines, so I broke it into 3 acts, and I have the first act done. It's 12 scenes. It's amazing, but it's just the first act of the movie.
12 scenes.
It's a
12
movie.
scenes. It's a movie. It was just easier to pitch, because people were like, "That's not a series," and I was like,
It is a series.
I think it's way more of a series.
Yeah.
Because if it's a
Yeah.
movie, the dog mayor has to go through something.
Well,
maybe-
Dogmare goes through stuff all the time. It's more like we have to pick one thing to focus on.
Well, the way I'm breaking it down, I mean, it
You gotta
could
put
be-
that dog down in a movie.
No, don't say that.
I mean, I'll break it down like VGHS, like an episodic series that could be a movie as well.
But that's the opposite way because they didn't write VGS like let's do a series.
No, they
and
made
then
it
turn
as
it to
a
a movie. They made it as a movie and did the
Yeah,
opposite way.
So that's what I'm doing.
Okay,
But
make a movie that can be released in 10-minute chunks.
yes. Oh my god, it's so good. It's so good so far. You guys need to read this shit.
Yeah.
Publish it, bro. Put it,
Love to. Yeah.
can you do a reading of it
Yeah.
for the pod?
Yeah, I'll do a reading.
Kieran
of it.
reads Dogmare.
We could do a
With concept art.
What's that called?
Table read.
Table read. Yeah.
Table read for Dogmare.
I'll be a dog.
That would be cool. And I wanna like when I'm done with it, I wanna be able to like feed it into an AI and then have it just make it or something.
Finish the rest.
Yeah, just like here's a script, make it.
Yeah. Did you guys see that claymation video I made you guys the other day with Runway?
Oh yeah,
That was pretty
fucking-
crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It has text to video on that program,
Yeah,
so you could.
Oh my god.
I saw you do that before. I saw it on Twitter. Just crazy.
Yeah, it's like
Joey,
new,
yeah,
right?
Joey's fucking crazy. Somebody should stop
It
him.
won't let me do more than 3 seconds. That pissed me off because
Yeah.
I wanted to do a whole clip, like which is only it's under a minute.
Yeah.
You know,
Just
I guess
do-
I could do 3-second chunks of how many. I would have to do that 20 times.
Yeah, that would be
Yeah.
crazy. You guys fuck with Jeep.
Dude,
Don't
GPD.
give me that
you
look.
need to pick a place to put your mic. You're already going
Dude,
crazy.
My
'Cause you
mic's right here.
But it was, you've done that like 3
All right,
times.
All right, dude.
It's dude, it's a fucking nightmare.
This is different. It's an adjustment. Like it's why I'm sitting like this.
Yeah, but it's like if you see my hand, I'm like this is like never moving.
No.
You mean it's the same place,
Dude, play it back.
Dude, I'm gonna zoom in.
Yeah,
Zapruder film
good.
this shit. Back and to the left. Back and to the left.
All right, dude.
You know what I mean?
You guys fucking tried GPT-4 yet?
You paid for it?
No. I might though.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm trying to.
It's the price of like going to the movies.
Yeah, I'm trying to convince myself, and I was on the website earlier, and it was like look at all this stuff it does better than GPT-3, and it's like I haven't even finished using GPT-3. Like it does everything.
Yeah.
And how can this do more? It doesn't. I don't know.
It's kind of like how I am with John Wicks. I'm like, there's 4 now. I thought there was only 1. I've only seen the first one.
I've only not. I've seen everyone but the first one.
That's
I haven't
crazy.
seen the new one yet.
It's crazy.
Was the first one like more grounded, or is it already like so elevated and like?
I don't know. I haven't seen the other one. It's like it's pretty grounded, I guess. Like he's still like shooting people in the head twice in a row, and he's like insanely proficient.
Sure,
you know?
but like
I don't know
the
how
scale of it.
stakes
Like is
of
John
it
Wick 1 like is it in a house?
He's not.
or
He
is it-
never goes on a horse.
But
The
it,
most
like
intense thing is like like a warehouse.
like 2 and 3 take place like throughout like a whole like city. Like there's so many locations. There's
No,
so many
it's like
extras.
it's
there's
like
so
his
much-
house, the gas station, and then like the enemy's warehouse.
That's what I would have thought.
Yeah,
And I think I'm gonna like that one a lot.
yeah, because it was supposed to be like straight to DVD,
Yeah.
but it wasn't.
But then it was good.
Yeah, and then now it's they just see ever people on Twitter say Marvel's over because of John Wick.
They're so excited for that. They're gonna
Yeah.
feel so dumb, but they're not because they're just gonna forget that they even said that
Yeah.
Marvel's over, and then when Marvel comes back, they're gonna be like, "It's good. I
Yeah.
like when things are good." That wasn't me who was saying shit the whole time.
Yeah, do you guys think Star Wars is over? I wonder.
It's like it was. It was easier for them to recontextualize it for TV because there wasn't like the baggage of like history behind
Yeah.
it, and so that's working. So
But
like Star
they
Wars isn't
instantly,
over.
but they're already fucked that up. The Mandalorian season 3, like every episode is like indebted to like, if you haven't watched like Clone Wars, you're kind of fucked.
Sure.
Which is like crazy to be like, go watch those kids shows right now if you want to watch this. It's like,
Yeah.
what this is Star Wars. I thought this was a movie. Like, but yeah, they're like pulling in shit from Rebels and all this stuff. It's like kind of ridiculous.
Yeah, I was
Also, the new season just hasn't been very good. Like,
I mean, if we're talking about like, they're certainly hitting a bump with Mandalorian season 3, Book of Boba Fett, Obi-Wan, etc. But as far as like, if you want quality from Star Wars TV, go to Andor. If
Yeah.
you want viewership, Mandalorian's probably still holding all right. Obviously, season 3 is probably not what season 2 or 1 was, but it's
Yeah.
still there. Like,
but it's just great. Like they're doing the Ahsoka show, and the Ahsoka show is just a sequel to Rebels, and it's like, how can you market that?
yeah,
Like, if you weren't a child in like mid to late 2010s, then like, how is this for you?
well, one thing I think about a lot for like media of this budget, like Star Wars, Marvel, etc. Like you can never say that a movie, like when you spend over like $100 million on something, you're never gonna expect to make that back via, like TV licensing or box office. Not that it doesn't happen, but just to bet on that is insane. It's like winning the lottery.
Yeah.
But people do it because it's merchandising. And so they can make shows that cater to a core fan base that don't get the viewership that justifies the amount of like money and shit they're putting into it, because they're not just going to watch the show. They're going to buy a blanket, they're going to buy a plushie, they're going to go to the Star Wars world or whatever it is at Universal or Disney, it's part of the whole thing. So them like narrowing down the appeal of their media is like shooting themselves in the foot as far as like being a cultural like tentpole, like in the way that Avengers was up until Endgame. But if they narrow it down, like they're not like it's. I mean, there's clearly some like freaking out going on at Disney because they're like firing people and restructuring their plans and shit. But like as far as just operating as like a business and being able to like maintain healthy profits and stuff, like growth is a different question, especially the kind of growth they've seen with the purchase of Lucasfilm and with the rise of Marvel from Iron Man to Endgame. Like that's like. But that's like a once in a lifetime type shit. Like for them to return to like a more balanced kind of like normal like viewership, in like post Endgame Star Wars and post, George Lucas is officially gone from Star Wars. He's never coming back, and like there's nobody who doesn't accept that now. So it's like they could like attain a new normal with these projects that's not at the heights of Star Wars in the 70s or Marvel in the 2010s, but still be like worth continuing. And that might be part of the reason why they want to kind of niche down the content as far as like narrative and stuff, and like reward the people who have spent the last 15 years with these things.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
First, we should do what they do then.
Make comic book movies?
Made plushies.
I'm listening.
I would love a Kieran plushie in my dorm. I would love it.
Yeah.
Get that, and then we don't even need to grow. Just
Right.
get merch. Just cash.
Merch
Do
for
that.
us.
Yeah, do that. Yeah,
we can all
we
record
just buy
separate
it.
podcasts with
yeah.
plushies.
It's like kind of like laundering money, but like for no one. It's just between the three of us.
Yeah.
It's just one of us keeps buying stuff.
I support that.
Yeah, but
I did-
also
yeah.
the question about Star Wars is like they haven't done anything past 9 because they're kind of fucked. Like, how do you continue? Everyone's like dead.
Yeah, I mean, and they obviously don't know because they keep firing directors and writers and stuff.
Well,
like,
yeah. Well, no. This is the thing that is like up for debate. It's like, do you either feel like they don't know what they're doing because they're firing, or it's like they know exactly what they want and they just don't know how to communicate that, so they just fire people.
But if they can't communicate it, then
Yeah.
they don't know.
Yeah, but it feels like an interesting thing because like I feel like I've almost side more with like they know what they want. They don't want people to fuck with it. Because like Solo is like the second best movie they made for Star Wars in my opinion of Disney.
What's the first?
Last Jedi.
And where's Rogue One on that? Third, fourth? Approximately. You don't have to.
Yeah, 3 or 4.
Yeah.
Like Rogue One and Force Awakens, I feel kind of similar levels about.
Sure.
Where they both like have some great ideas, but I don't think they are like totally come together. Like I think Andor is much better than Rogue One so far.
Oh yeah, I thought we were just talking about movies.
Yeah, but I'm just comparing those.
Sure.
But it's like in that movie, like the Phil Lord, Chris Miller might have been like fun, but it was like they were like that's not what we want Star Wars to be. But now it seems like 9 was like no one had control of it. Just Bob Iger was just like make it come out.
Yep.
Made it come out. It was like, okay, I guess we don't know what we're doing. Like they didn't really plan they didn't plan it ending at all, but they didn't like plan it in the year they had.
Yeah, there's definitely a lesson to learn from Avatar in talking
Yeah.
about like a direction for Star Wars, because there's something, and it doesn't have to be like one director's vision or whatever, but when you're watching Avatar, like it's pretty clear that there's like a perspective and like a set of values that like this art is coming from. Like this art is existing not just to be
Yeah.
a product to sell plushies. Like there's something beyond that.
Yeah.
And you had that with Star Wars because you had George Lucas. So if you don't have George Lucas, you don't need to have another George Lucas. Even though like DC's trying to do that, like, oh, we're going to have James Gunn be our Kevin Feige. Like
Yeah.
that's the easy answer, is to get like a quote unquote missionary, like bring in like a messiah that you can
Yeah.
anoint yourself as a company. Be like, well, the board can absolve itself of responsibility of the quality of the products because it's all on them. And you just find
Yeah.
some psycho, insane genius who's like prepared to put this whole thing on their shoulders for like the rest of their lives,
Yeah.
basically. So like Disney could do that with Star Wars.
Yeah.
But replacing George Lucas is actually insane. Like they would have
Yeah.
to get like Spielberg, but he's too old. Like they just
Yeah.
couldn't do it. But so like step away from that, like abstract it a little bit, is just to get like what is Star Wars supposed to be? Like kind of like what you're saying. Like there's probably like an inkling of that in the company where it's like, well, we don't want like a goofy Lord and Miller movie.
Yeah.
So what do you want? And I feel like the closest they probably got is Andor, because Andor has like quote unquote like a vision like the
Yeah.
Lucasfilms did, and
Yeah.
it's executed well.
Yeah,
so,
it's made by someone that's not a Star Wars fan.
yeah, and that was the same thing when they reshot Rogue One, because I guess they needed like pretty extensive reshoots. They got somebody
Tony
who,
Gilroy.
Yeah, and I watched an interview with him, and he was like, the fun part about this is that I don't really give a shit about Star Wars, and I just got to make like a drama, and I got to stitch like the dramatic beats of the story together in a way that like weren't fleshed out.
Yeah.
Like it seemed like just like very like, Star Wars aesthetic focus. Like how cool is it they were making a Star Wars movie, and then he came in and like made the script punch in a way that he would like write a drama.
Yeah. Which is like what the parts of Rogue One that like work, where it's like, oh, he killed, like Cassian like kills a guy that's like not an evil guy. It's like that's interesting to like be like, the Rebels like have to do fucked up shit.
Yeah.
But then it's like, I don't fucking care about Darth Vader showing up in it at all, like ever. You know what I mean? I'm not like a baby anymore. I don't have to cheer every time I see Darth Vader breathe.
No,
You feel-
but
you
I
feel
like
me?
that scene though.
I don't like it really. It's just
Because
too
I think
much.
there's a lot of nerfing Darth Vader that goes on, especially post George Lucas stuff. Like they want Darth Vader to be in the show or this movie,
Yeah.
but like they can't have him kill the main guy, so they just make him like a stupid baby. So it's cool to.
He kind of is a stupid baby though. Remember?
But he's powerful. That's
But,
why
like,
he was able to.
He got like Obi-Wan, but like Obi-Wan was like, "I'll let you get this one, stupid baby."
Right,
You know?
but that was like he spent years being this like in a
Yeah.
war winning,
Yeah.
and it was cool to see that. To see like
Yeah.
why someone would be so effective because he has that side to him. And we got to see
know.
that.
I mean,
in
I
the
saw
movie.
I saw episode 3. I was like, this guy can do stuff. Yeah,
Sure.
I'm good.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, who knows what they're gonna do with Star Wars?
I don't know.
It's also like you need someone at least to be like, you can't do that, because that's like kind of the problem they have with EU is that like it just became literally people would just send letters to George Lucas, but can we do this? And he'd be like, no, like because people just have crazy ideas when they're like grew up with stuff. Like, what if fucking we blew up stuff? And he's like, no, you can't just blow up Chewbacca. You can't make him explode from the inside out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Stuff like that, where people are just crazy. I don't know. Kieran, what are we gonna do about what's something you care about?
Kieran,
Muppet-
if you were to make a
what-
Star Wars movie,
no. Kieran, what do you think the future of the Muppets should be? That's something I think about. What are they gonna do with the Muppets?
Nothing.
What do you think they should do though? Like, what would
I
your
don't
plan
think
be
they
for the
should do
Muppets?
anything.
Stop it. No more Muppets ever.
I mean, they could make some more stuff.
But what direction would you bring the Muppets? So Disney calls, says, Kieran, you're the new Jim Henson. Do whatever the fuck you
They
want.
wouldn't say that.
No,
They did,
they're
they
like,
would.
is this Jim Henson? And Kieran thinks for a minute, he's like,
Yes.
Okay. All right. Okay. I mean, I don't know. We could do some more Muppet sequels, but I
More
don't know
movies?
who that was for. Yeah.
You bring the show back?
No. The show did horrible. The show lasted like a season or two.
The Muppet Show?
No, the show they did for ABC.
Yeah, I know the Muppets, but I'm saying, would you bring the Muppets ABC 2015 back? I'm saying, would you bring the Muppet Show back?
No.
Why not?
because it didn't work in 2015. Why would it work
But
now?
no, Joey,
think
do you
the
know
Muppets
what we're
would
talking
sell
about?
out
I
at the
don't want to
theater?
know.
The Muppet Show is the 70s one. You know, with the Muppets.
Okay, but do
the
you think-
2015 Muppet Show is like the Office style mockumentary
Yeah.
that they did for a season and no one watched it because it was on ABC and they're like the Muppets, I guess, but it's like it's not the
But
Muppet
that
Show.
was them trying to bring the Muppet Show.
No, it wasn't.
back. Yes,
no,
it
but
was.
the Muppet Show is its own format though. It's not.
I know, but it was them trying to bring Muppets back to TV because they're not gonna fucking put them
Why
in a
not?
theater.
Why
and
not?
sell out
like-
theaters in New York in 2023?
Of course
If
they
they,
would.
if they put
yeah.
Muppets on in a theater, people wouldn't fucking go. People go to Jimmy Fallon every day of the week.
Yeah.
What the fuck, Kieran?
I don't know. It's not the 70s anymore, is what I'm saying.
Jimmy Fallon is filling out his theater every day.
Yeah,
It's not the 70s.
People like Megan and Michaela.
Yeah.
Right, and that's who you
So-
sell
But
the
people,
Muppets
what
to.
people like us? You would go. You wouldn't see the Muppets if you could.
Maybe I would.
I'd
Dude,
go.
exactly.
I'd go with you guys, but I
Yeah,
wouldn't
come
just
on.
go see the Muppets.
Oh,
Come on.
Instead of seeing the Muppets, though, that movie Air is coming out on
Oh,
April
yeah.
4th.
yeah, I want to see that.
I want to see
We
that.
should all see it the
Yeah.
day it comes out.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
'Cause it comes out
midnight
on
screening.
Wednesday.
Ben Affleck.
It's coming out on Wednesday.
The 4th of April is a Wednesday.
Wow,
So
that's
a
weird.
week or two
You sure it comes out that
from
day?
today. Yep.
I believe it. It's Prime's releasing it, so they don't give a shit about like box office reports or anything.
I just thought like they don't allow movies not coming out on Thursdays.
No, that's
Thursday
just
night.
like an industry thing. It's like how music is like
Yeah.
albums used to always come out on Tuesday, and now it's Friday. Because I was a little autistic freak in high school, and instead of paying attention to class,
Yeah.
I would just read the weekly album sales, and so I would be like, Kendrick Lamar, Good Kid, Mad City, down 6% this week at like 3,000 units sold. Because this is before like they counted streams towards album
Yeah.
sales, so it was literally just someone had to go on iTunes and pay for the album,
Yeah.
or like buy like a CD, and that's what they were tracking. And then like Spotify was like a different thing. I just read that shit all the time. One of my, someone who like I kind of knew in high school but didn't really know me. I didn't know this for years. My nickname to them was iTunes because I would just be like looking at like music stuff all the time in class, just not paying attention.
That's actually a perfect nickname for you.
That's me, iTunes.
I love iTunes.
Yeah, and then what was I even talking about? I got really
Sales.
excited about that.
Talk
Sales
about
of
when
what?
music gets released.
Oh, right. Tuesday. Yeah, right. Because like movies. He's back. I'm back. Yeah, like now it's normal that like movies come out on Fridays. There's Thursday night previews, but
Yeah.
like you can see it like from 7 o'clock on Thursdays. But Friday's like the release day. And
Yeah.
music used to be on Tuesdays. Every album, every like major or indie label album came out on Tuesdays, but they moved it for whatever fucking reason.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember, you know, Danny Brown, Atrocity
Yeah.
Exhibition. That album came
Awesome.
out the week it changed. And so
yeah.
that album did bad first week,
Yeah.
like under 10,000 units.
But did bad
it-
overall.
But it did.
Yeah.
Like he lost a lot of money on it, and
Yeah.
shit. But it looked like it did even worse because he probably sold about like between like 6,000 and 9,000, and they only reported 2,000 because it came out on Tuesday the week it was. They switched to Friday, so his sales week got cut in half.
Yeah.
And so, like, his record label, who's going to put, like, marketing money behind that, I assume, and maybe they knew better, but, like, just, like, word through the grapevine, like, if your album, like, comes out swinging, like, that bad, like, people can open their little, like, music magazine or look on Billboard, and it's that fucking low, like, you're not promoting that shit anymore. Like, that shit's a bomb. But it wasn't his fault. They just switched the day, you know?
So crazy that album didn't do amazing. Especially just because really knows on it. Like, how do you have a song like that with, like, Kendrick and, like, Earl Sweatshirt and, like, not have it be, like, the biggest thing ever? It's, like, awesome.
Right. And but all those features cost money, and
Yeah.
he spent a lot of money on samples. Like, I wouldn't be
Yeah.
surprised if that album costs, like...
Yeah, I think he said he never financially recovered from it. Or maybe he, like, just did a couple years ago.
Yeah.
Because, like, yeah. And he's like, I'm not going to do an album like that again. It's like, fuck.
Yeah.
But, I mean...
He did the album with Q-Tip that they won't release, which is a bummer. And now he's going into rehab, I guess.
But is that the one that he said was finished? I thought he meant...
Parenta.
Yeah, that's with Q-Tip?
It was originally going to be an album completely with Q-Tip. It's not anymore, but there's a bunch of Q-Tip produced songs on there.
This like, you know what I'm saying? It was like that, right?
I think Q-Tip was only on...
One?
Did he produce the whole album?
I don't think he did. I think he might have executive.
I think
maybe.
he was a feature
like
on one
two
of the
of 'em.
songs.
I think he produced like two of them.
Q-Tip sounds like JPEG Mafia. His voice is like eerily similar. Like the style is so different that like it's like hard to tell. But like just like the timbre of his voice.
Yeah.
I thought it was so cool that him and JPEG are doing an album together. Because I'm like, it's new Q-Tip, producer extraordinaire, same voice. Fucking go. Have you listened to that album yet? Either of you?
Only like the first song.
You listen to Lean Beef Patty?
Yeah, which I've listened to a bunch.
Yeah.
But I haven't had the time. I've been too busy listening to New Black Country New Road.
Oh,
It's
do they have a
awesome.
new singer?
No. So Black Country New Road, do you know them?
Nope.
We've mentioned them on the pod before, but
Yeah,
not
Micah. R.I.P.
exclusively.
Micah.
Yeah. Black Country New Road, British boys band. They're not half boy, half girl band. And they do like post-punk kind of, like long instrumental shit.
Yeah.
A lot of musicians. And they had a singer named Isaac who was like very like depressed sounding singer sometimes. He was cool. And then they blew up pretty quick, like pretty suddenly. Like they were banned for like 4 years, and then it was like in 1 year they went from like no one to like the top like indie band of everybody loves them. And he was like, right before the second album came out, he's like, I'm leaving because I can't handle this. My mental state, which was like pretty cool. It's better that than like dying like Ian Curtis or something. So he left, and then they were like, we're canceling our tour, so they never toured the second album, even though the second album is amazing. And then after like 6 months or something, they started touring with the material that's coming out now, and it's just they switched between three of them, and they all sing songs. And they didn't release a studio
Isaac
album.
died though, right?
No, he left.
Somebody died.
No, they didn't.
I promise. I read.
No
this
one in
some-
Black Country Road died. I mean,
Then
people
maybe I'm thinking of a different band.
maybe, but no, he did not die. He left. He hangs out with the band all the time. It's actually cute. You know what I mean? But so instead of releasing a studio album, they released a live album of those songs, and it's cool. That and the new 100 Jacks I've been listening to.
Oh, how is that? I haven't touched it yet.
I liked it.
Okay.
You like Dutch, Karen?
Sure.
What have you been listening to recently? Freebird?
Yeah, Freebird, Leonard Skinner, Islands in the Stream,
Yeah.
Dolly
Sail
Parton.
away with me
Um,
to another world.
no.
We rely on each other. Come on, Karen.
Isaac L. Wood, deceased, 1822 to 1858.
Might not be the right guy.
Yeah. No, he's alive.
Yeah, I know he's alive.
1858.
Someone told me with a straight face he was dead.
Well, I don't know why the fuck that's the whole reason he left.
Bummer.
It's not. No, it's not a bummer.
It's
chill
a
he's
bummer I
alive.
was lied to.
Yeah. You lost a friend, but Isaac is still alive.
That's cool. We can get him on the pod.
Yeah, he's cool.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Yeah. 503
Yeah.
Podcast, episode 21, featuring Black Country New Road. We have to get like fucking 15 likes.
Yeah.
Just a bunch of them.
Yeah, fuck getting Issa on. What is she gonna talk about?
Her
Fucking.
cat.
She could have brought the cat.
She could have.
Yeah.
Karen, what are you doing after graduation? You going back home?
I got nowhere else to go, Joey.
Well, your lease isn't up till August, right?
Oh yeah, that's true.
You gonna
Yeah,
party?
I could stay in Lowell till August, but then I'm kicked out.
Are you though? What do you?
I don't know. I'm gonna get
To be
some
determined.
job.
You're gonna get a job.
I'm gonna get a job. And yeah, I don't know. Hopefully, I'll be working in Lowell.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
That's your goal?
I mean, yeah, but if somewhere else gives me more money,
Yeah.
I'm gonna think about it more, you know.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, I don't know.
What are you trying to do? Just business
Market.
major shit.
I would like to do business stuff. I definitely want to do something that I couldn't do without a degree, like something that requires a college education, where you're sitting inside, sitting at a desk maybe.
Yeah,
That would be really nice.
that'd be cool.
And yeah. And yeah. And for the summer, I don't know. I've been watching a lot of Top Gear. I kind of want to like destroy my car by driving it just like the farthest.
Yeah.
Like just the farthest I can drive it
That's
on
why-
this continent.
That's why you want to go to every state?
Well, it would be a reason to.
I didn't mean to shoot you down. I know that was your plan. If you want to do 50 states, do it.
No,
Now's
50
the
states
time.
is too much.
You want to do every 50 states, see if your car can survive it? And if not, then you'll just find a
Right,
way
yeah,
back
just
home.
do it until your car can't. Start at Maine, try to get to California. How many states?
Yeah.
Up and down, up and down.
Oh my god. That would be cool. I mean, I don't know. I don't know.
I think you should go back on the stage, Karen. When's Karen going to go back to the stage?
He's going on stage tomorrow.
It's true,
That's right.
but
How do we feel about that?
I think it's gonna go good.
yeah.
We got a great troupe.
Word.
I hope we
Show
get
up.
people to come to the show.
Yeah.
We put up posters everywhere. They took them down a few days ago, but we put up more yesterday.
They hate us.
No, they don't.
Someone on UML hates the improv club because they be taking our
Dude,
fucking
we put
posters.
up like 50 or 60 posters, so someone's gonna hear about it.
People are seeing the message.
Yeah. I haven't posted on Yik Yak about it.
I haven't posted on YouTube in so long, dude.
I know.
I'm over it. I don't need it anymore.
It's dead. Just like be real.
Yeah, I haven't posted on it in so long that I think a couple weeks ago I started writing jokes in notes.
Whoa.
I stopped, but I did. I think I did write some that I didn't put on Yik Yak, which is like that says something about where I'm at in my life. Because there was a time where that would have never happened. You know what I mean?
Right.
But yeah, I said I wrote. This is the one that made me think about it. I said, walking behind a short person feels like you're playing a third-person video game. Which
That's a good one.
I was like, this is really clever. I have to write this down, but I don't want to yak it. Because no one will appreciate it anyways.
Yeah, ECAC's gone downhill anyways.
Yeah, I think you need a Twitter.
Because I'm not on it. That's why I went down. Yeah.
Damn.
So I just got all these ideas that go into the void.
Fuck this podcast.
Yeah.
Sound. Pizza was good today. Send. Into the void.
Yeah.
Yeah, my favorite part of that joke is when at the end he's just like, onto some server that will outlive all of us.
Yeah. That's the problem.
That's so right, though.
I already have like 12 people that follow me on Twitter. That's already too much.
Yeah.
For real.
I need 0.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Like I want my Twitter to be so unknown that it's pretty much a private diary. You know?
Yeah.
I haven't posted on anything for like years, but I put a picture of my girlfriend's dog on my story the other day because he's so jacked. Did you guys see that? He's in the passenger seat of my car, and just the angle and the lighting, like you can just see his whole tricep. It's like, dude, he's so fucking
Doesn't
big.
that dog have like a 6-pack?
Yeah,
like,
something like that.
Oh
Like he's,
my
I
god.
mean, he's so broad. He's just buff. Like he's just muscles. There's no fat on him. He's just lean muscle.
How
the whole
much
way
does
through.
that dog weigh?
Like 150 pounds.
Jesus
Between like 120 and
Christ.
150. Yeah. He just barrels me over every time I walk in the house.
Oh my
I
god.
love that guy. He's
So strong.
That's the hair on the couch. I can get rid of that.
Oh my god.
Yeah, he's nuts.
Damn.
And that's not Lucky?
No.
Or you're going to make Lucky jealous.
Oh, well,
Oh,
his,
it's talk.
right.
Don't say that in front of him.
Lucky was,
You know?
his name's Serb. Serb was in the backyard, and all day today, Lucky was just walking around the backyard smelling shit. He came in, he was smelling that couch for like a half hour. He was mad at me. That's why he was kind of yelling at me. He didn't want to go outside. He had just pooped. He's just mad that I'm hanging out. Whenever I come home, he like smells me. He's like, "Who's that?"
Kieran?
Yeah.
Damn. He totally smells me.
And people hate that dog because he's Serb still has his nuts, and so like other dogs, when they're around a dog with nuts, they try to bite him off because they're like jealous.
Really?
Yeah, it's like an instinctual thing. Like they just go for it. Yeah,
That's crazy.
it's fucked up. It's really he like can't have dog friends because they try to eat his nuts. It's like they attack him. It's like they're fucking all dogs turn into Kobo when a dog with nuts comes around.
It's like 1984.
Yeah.
You have balls. Your friends try to rip them off because they're jealous.
And he does.
That's how
these
it goes.
Huge balls who's sitting next to me on the couch, just nuts out. He's like hanging out from like between his legs.
Yeah.
Like,
You try to start. You go like that to him. He's like, "No, not you. Not you too."
Dude, I see. Isn't that what like every Instagram reel, every
With dogs with
Instagram reel
balls?
I see with a dog with balls? It's just about the dog having like the dog jumps off the couch with its 2 legs still on, and you can like the balls are still on the couch, and just like shit like that, or like another dog bites the balls.
I just see that one of the dogs sleeping on the other one's balls. You know the one. But it looks like comfortable. Like the dog's head is like both balls are on the sides. You know,
yeah,
Oh my
so
god.
they're both having a good time.
it's like an airplane pillow.
Yeah, exactly.
Dogs are crazy.
Well, it's crazy that they can't have balls. You know,
Yeah.
my whole life I
Yeah.
grew up being afraid / hating because of the fear. Fear leads to hate. Anger leads to whatever. You know, Phantom Menace. Because I'm allergic to dogs. So it's like my whole life I've been like fucking dogs. But it's like I'd be thinking about it and it's like, dude, they deserve balls. Yeah. How would I feel
Yeah,
if
Exactly.
someone was like, Murph dog,
You don't
gotta lose the
deserve
balls.
these.
and
Yeah.
I'm pretty
Too
sure
distracted.
like most girl dogs get spaded anyways.
yeah. It's like, come on, guys.
Let the boys have balls. Girls already got spaded.
Yeah.
Or just let them have kids. Just
My-
have a bunch of dogs running around.
My grandma does have dogs with balls though because she's a dog breeder,
Yeah,
which is crazy. But
that's how I want to end my life. I have
Dog
like I have
breeder?
like it all planned out.
it's like, well, yeah, well, if you want to follow her path, then like your house smells just like animals all the time and strong nicotine because the walls are coated with it.
yeah,
It's
my
like
God.
a unique
Inside,
smell. Like
Foxy's
so,
wall.
like if you sleep over at her house, like our family can tell
Yeah.
Like you've been there.
You've been to grandma's.
Yeah. It's a horrible smell. She used to have more animals. Sometimes she has like a pig and shit. She used to have like donkeys and stuff, but she kind of gave up. Also, she used to have a parrot named Nook, but Nook died. R.I.P. Nook. Have I talked about Nook on the pod?
talked
I
about
have.
Nook.
R.I.P. Nook.
R.I.P. No.
Episode 10.
That's the downside with having a farm and a house is you bring the horses inside and then the whole place smells like horse shit.
Yep.
Wisdom by Kieran.
Just
New
saying.
show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why your house is called the dog house.
Dog.
'Cause they let the dogs in.
I got pee so bad.
Shut the hell up.
Go pee, Joey.
I'm sorry.
Don't worry. Lucky, how are the levels doing?
Yeah, Lucky, how are the levels?
Thanks, Lucky.
It's a good dog right there.
Yeah. Shout out to all the dogs out there.
Shout out to all the dogs out there.
What do you want to talk about, Kieran?
Let's talk about I don't know. Let's talk about life.
Which part of it? Beginning, middle, or end?
So Joey said he wants to be a breeder when he dies. What
Yeah.
do you want to be doing when you die?
It's tough. You know what I mean? Sometimes I think I'd like to be like one of those guys that like goes in a cabin and just like dies there. But also I wonder if that's miserable. You know, no one can really tell. They die alone. It's like, who's to say if their life was good or bad? I could write in a journal that says, my last days have been awesome and die, but I could be lying. You know what I mean?
I mean, and it looks sad too.
But it depends. Sometimes it looks cool. You know what I mean? When they're like rugged and it's like they're just like living their life. They have fish every day. They read, like stuff like that. It would be cool. But it's also like, well, also the appeal is getting off the grid. Because like I would love to get off the grid. But I don't know if I even can anymore.
I don't know. Yeah, this is kind of unrelated, but I had this Uncle Mickey who I never met in Ireland, but he has this little house that I went to,
Yeah.
and it's all black, and it has electricity, but he never used it.
Yeah.
He had this fireplace, and the walls are black with soot, because
Yeah.
he would just use the fireplace all the time.
Whoa.
And he just had a bike.
Yeah.
And that's it. And he just smoked cigarettes all day and drank. And that was his entire life.
That sounds cool. That,
Sometimes he biked he would bike to the bar and he would bike back drunk. And he would smoke cigarettes all day. And
that's like
he didn't have a job.
It's
He
a
didn't.
responsible living. To bite back. It's okay to bite back.
It's not, I mean,
It's better than driving, dude.
better than driving, yeah. But what
Maybe
I'm
he'll
saying
fall
is
over on the
like he did.
grass.
I guess, but like he did that like, just that was his whole life. So
Well, think about what my life is. I wake up, I go on iPhone.
go on iPhone.
I go to class, I go on iPhone. I watch movie, go on iPhone. Go to bed. Like I'm doing like the same thing he's doing. You know, we're not too much better than he is. I'd say.
That's yeah.
Like it's easy to look down on someone that just smokes all day, but
Well, no, it's I don't know.
it's a simple life.
And it does sound like a cool lifestyle.
Yeah, like because really the part you glossed over is going to the bar, but going to the bar is like hanging out, which that is really what I want to do in some ways, is just hang out. Where it's like, what really, when you boil it down, like what is the point of living if not to just hang out? I really haven't figured out an answer beyond that. That's I've been kind of stuck there for about 7 years. So I've been at. I'm like, that's the only answer I can think of.
That's valid. I resonate with that. The
Yeah.
purpose of life is to hang out.
Yeah. Sometimes I mean, hanging out alone is a tough line. So are you hanging out or are you just alone? Sometimes I feel like I am hanging out alone. Other times I'm alone and I'm like, damn, this just sucks. You know?
Yeah.
It's very like, I don't know if that's like spiritual or like academic. You're like, I just want to share ideas, or it's like it's community. It's like
It's
I'm a
more-
monkey. I need to be with other monkeys. I'm an animal. I need to be with
Yeah,
my,
it's like
with my
it's
things.
it's
Yeah.
in the middle because because I also I have a thing where I don't want to just hang out and say nothing. It could be about nothing, but I'm always thinking. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't want to just do nothing. I want to think of something funny and good.
Right.
So like it is about community, but it's also like I'm showing off, trying to be like, look at me, I'm a funny guy. It's like my goal.
That's valid.
I don't know if it's good, but it's true.
No, it is.
What is
I don't know what
good
to say.
but true?
Bad things are true.
Sure. But is there bad?
Is there bad things?
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm just wondering.
I'd say yes. What do you think? Bad
Sure.
things?
Yeah.
Yeah. There you go. Got that one solved.
Hell yeah.
On to the next one. We got one philosophical question down. Bad things do exist.
Bad things do exist.
You guys think girl cops are hot?
Depends.
Yeah.
They're at a disadvantage because they're cops.
Mm-hmm. I pulled the hat down, and I got the glasses, and I was like, if I just had 2 double D's and a blue button-up, I'd be a girl cop. I'm like, from here up, I'm a woman police officer.
Joey trans? Question mark.
Who knows?
Do
One
it.
day.
Yeah. How do you guys feel about your masculinity?
Pretty good about it, honestly.
Yeah, who's asking?
Me. That's you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, you want to take this outside?
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel fine about it.
Yeah.
Lucky?
But he's a dog.
Dogs don't have genders, they just have balls.
Yeah. I don't feel overtly masculine, you know what I mean?
Mm.
I'm just living my life. Every time I do have a beard, I do sometimes that kind of disorients me. I don't know if that's a masculine thing or just a youth thing where I feel younger than I am. Where it's part of me is like, dissonance where I look at myself and I'm like, that doesn't make sense. I have a full beard. Like, that shouldn't happen. I don't know if that's me feeling like I'm not like a dude, or if that's me feeling like I'm a child. You know what I mean?
I mean, facial hair is
Both.
weird. You can't
Yeah.
even explain it to females because they don't even get it.
I know some females with facial
Yeah. I don't know about that, Kieran.
I'm sorry. Go on, please.
I think people get it.
Yeah, especially like
Yeah.
you could tell when the ladies get old and they just let it rip.
Yeah.
You see it.
Yeah, you see it.
Yeah. I don't know any like females with like a 5 o'clock shadow.
Why are you
It's just
saying?
like-
Why are you saying females? It's a weird vibe. We gotta stop. We gotta stop saying females.
Say it with your chest. Females.
Yeah.
No, 5 o'clock shadow. Like
Say-
the shape of a male beard is like is like more defined. But like girls who
Yeah.
just have like hair coming out of their face, I see it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like if you say the word females too much on a podcast, it's only a matter of time until you say like they need to get back.
It's
to
only a
where
matter
they
of time
belong.
before we become famous and hated.
Yeah. Yeah. You know,
God damn.
it's like females do not have the intellectual capacity to compete with us. That's like. how it
Okay,
goes.
well, I didn't say that.
I know, but that's what.
That's where it
didn't
goes.
say
I
any
like.
of that.
It's like I see the future happen. You know what I mean? Like I see the
Yeah, I mean, there's just
the inciting moment. It's
Yeah,
like,
that's
no.
so
I see the
random.
future. I'm like, stop! I came back. Kieran, don't say that.
this is how I felt when we did the episode before Avatar where we talked about late night and like
Oh, yeah,
how
with-
Jimmy
where all the
Kimmel was
other
funny on the
podcasts.
Man Show and stuff.
Yeah.
I was like, I know exactly where this conversation will go.
Yeah.
Like I've seen this podcast too many times and we just hit it beat for beat. But it was like alive. Like we didn't like copy anybody. It was
Yeah.
like all original conversation. But it was just like I know exactly like the road that we're on right now. I know where it goes.
Yeah, because we're not the most original podcast. You know what I mean?
Definitely not.
We're definitely products of our environment.
Everybody is. Yeah,
Well, yeah, but I'm saying we are too.
of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd like to say that we're not. I feel like I'm smarter than people.
Why?
I feel like I've watched like generic podcast dude clips on like Instagram Reels or something, and I'm like, I'm smarter than all these guys because they just have stupid ideas, you know. Like if you really like dudes that are just like survival of the fittest all the time, it's like think about what you're saying. You know what I mean? One of my fucking cousins said the survival of the fittest, and he was talking about COVID. I was like, dude, you should drop dead. Like, no shade.
I've
Really
never
going with
heard
that.
somebody say survival of the fittest on a podcast.
You know what I mean? I feel like that's the vibe.
What? Oh, like that's like their
Of dude
morality
bros.
of like bros.
Yeah, I think so.
If you're having a problem, it's your fault. You better figure it out.
Yeah.
I mean, a little bit of that's good. There's a little bit of that's like a good reality check, but yeah, you don't want to be
well,
like,
I feel like it's like the
unkind.
Dude, well, yeah. I feel like the dude mantra, if you follow it to its end point, is like the idea of like
Might equals right. Fucking
stop. Or it's like do everything yourself. Isolate. It's like isolate, but somehow hang out with the boys at the same time. You know what I mean?
yeah, because
like
the boys enable each other because they agree.
Yeah.
It's basic in group out group shit. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's bad. You know what I mean?
It's not bad. You know, like the boys. We do this every week. This is the boys.
Yeah, but we're not like, you know what I mean? I think it's a different vibe. I don't know if we're preaching as much as the typical male podcasters. You know what I mean?
Oh, for sure. Yeah. This is like different, but it's not. It is, but like we're going for something. We're not trying to make dude bro podcasts, but
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
this is the boys.
Yeah, because
Like
we're not like trying to reach out to someone like, dude. It's like it's women's fault that you're not getting fucked. It's not. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We're
Like
not
it's
sexist.
their fault. Yeah, that's the line.
Oh.
That's the line. We're not a sexist podcast.
But like I get
necessarily.
why
Yeah.
people do sexist podcasts, like
yeah, there's
for
a-
views.
yeah,
Like
there's
it's
an audience.
It's like you're sitting around with your guys and you're like, we're doing something good, we're having a good time, but nobody's watching. Let's just lean into the lowest common denominator, just fucking
Yeah.
basic like boys rule, girls rule, like
Yeah.
just like the extension of that. Like when you're like kids
Yeah.
and you're just like there's just all this hormones and tension in the class and you just got to find something to fight about and you're just like, let's just
Yeah.
pick teams and
'Cause
you
if
just do
if
that
like a
as an adult.
Yeah, if like a
Democrats,
12 or like
Republicans,
13-year-old
boys, girls,
yeah.
everything.
If like a 12 or 13-year-old boy really just like Googled like what he really wants to know, it'd be like, why don't girls like me? And the problem is like enough dudes figure that out and they're like, we're gonna tell them. And like, so now there's like a million podcasts that are 3 hours long that will explain why women don't like you. And it's because the male power hierarchy, they are whores and they're too stupid to recognize your genius. Your money will make you rise to the top of the hierarchy and then you'll be up. You mean stuff like that.
Yeah, and
Where
that's
it's
not
like-
like true though. That's like it's a convenient narrative for like
I'm not saying it's true. I'm saying, but dudes figured out that
if they do
boys
that, they'll
want
get
to know,
right?
And they're like, we figured out. Let's just give an answer.
Yeah, I
Doesn't
mean,
matter
like
what
there's
it is
enough
true.
like you can point to some stuff in that and be like, oh, hierarchy and whatever. Like there's like a grain of truth in that, and then the rest is just like convenient, like correlated stuff to make like boys who feel like shit about themselves feel like righteous and like yeah, it's a cool little rabbit hole to go down. It's been a while since I've watched any of that content. It was a good trip when I was like sophomore, like freshman. I don't know. The freshman year of college, I had a girlfriend. I felt pretty good. Then sophomore year, I was feeling pretty bad. So there's like a little rabbit hole where it's like, how do I use Tinder? How do I like be like a man? How do I like?
Yeah.
And you just watch all that shit. You're just like, let me just listen to everybody and see what
Yeah.
people have to say. And some people just have bad ideas.
Well, because it's kind of the thing that's with everything of just people blaming individuals above like the system. Because it's like Tinder is like bad in the way that like people complain like women make me feel like I'm useless because they don't swipe me on Tinder. It's like Tinder shouldn't work like that. Like, you know what I mean? And it's kind of bad for everyone to like have to sell yourself that directly and like not have to face someone else. You know what I mean? Because then at least you'd have the decency of someone like saying no and like knowing that. Whereas
Yeah.
it's more depersonalized, and it's like that's like bad probably to people's mind. Like our minds aren't really ready for that, but that's not like a women problem. It's like someone made that fucking app. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean?
Who said it was a women problem?
That's like the whole narrative.
Yeah,
of,
it's like
dude
the
bro thing.
Dude Bro podcast
I don't think you've done
narrative.
enough research, Kieran.
I honestly
doesn't do his homework.
haven't. I
You
can't
should.
name one dude bro.
Well, I'm thinking also
podcast.
it's even more than dude bro podcast. It's just that whole sphere.
Well, I feel like Dude
Right.
Bro podcast is like a generalized.
Yeah.
Like, kind
But
of
I'm thinking
absorbing
because
everything.
it's kind of just that whole side of the internet, which is big and like ever growing. Because I was thinking like, there's been times it's like I've kind of I'm like a rock. Someone has skipped across the water where I'm like, you know what I mean? I've grazed. Because when I was younger, I got into like.
You're allowed to watch that stuff.
No, I'm saying.
Nobody's
I'm saying
gonna
when I was
after
a
you.
kid. No, when you're a kid, then you're susceptible. You know what I mean? Because I'm thinking like
Yeah.
When I was like 12 and shit, I was like, I'm gonna be a fucking atheist. So like, then I started watching a bunch of videos on YouTube of like top 5 reasons why God can't exist, and I was like, yo, fucking, that's right. Like, why the fuck would he allow that? Why would he allow such atrocities and stuff like that? But then those same guys, all those same guys, pretty quickly turned into like top 5 reasons why feminists are fucking idiots, which is like straw manning pretty much. I'm just like, look at this one fucking lady who's a feminist who says like dudes should be hung for looking at women, and like, aren't they all fucking sick in the head? And then that turns into like, the women fucking suck, guys, right? And then that's like that pipeline.
Yeah.
And
do
there's
they
like a bunch
make
of
videos
those.
like that?
Yes,
Like
I've watched
top
all of
5 dumbest
Oh.
feminists.
Yeah.
There's a countdown.
Yeah, yeah.
Like,
Like,
if they-
2013, 2014, that was like the peak. Like, people made those all the time of like
I thought you
top
meant
time.
now.
I mean, they're still kind of going on, but it's less.
Dude, I'm imagining like Mr. Beast
Yeah.
level like clickbait
Yeah.
stuff, but
Yeah.
it's just like the most sexist shit.
Yeah.
Sexist
Like
Mr.
I
Beast.
bury a woman in a hole for 2 days. It was like, what?
Or like the Anita Sarkeesian stuff. Do you know her?
No.
Do you know her?
Oh, is she like kind of doing the rounds on TikTok lately?
I haven't heard from her. For
She's
a while.
like a
She was, like, 10
pro
years ago.
man
No.
podcast. No.
No.
Okay.
She used to make like these videos about video games, and she's like looking at video games through a feminist lens, but it was like 2013, so like no man on the internet was fucking ready to hear her at all.
Yeah.
So she was like, sometimes video games are sexist, you know, which is like true. And she's like, sometimes they're sexist, and then dudes were like, shut the fuck up, you fucking idiot feminist, shut the fuck up, and then everyone hated her. And yeah, everyone was like, isn't she fucking sick for saying like, what the fuck?
Did she have glasses?
Maybe. I don't know.
Do you know what she looks like?
Black hair. I don't know.
No, I don't think you.
I don't know. But yeah, it's like stuff like that, where it's like that side of the internet, and then there's like the Jordan Peterson thing that is a whole thing that leads into it, and then Joe Rogan is like a big part of it. It all kind of leads to the same place, you know what I mean? Of just like, you can't trust anyone but yourself and me, the content creator, you know what I mean? Which would be cool if we could get to that point.
I mean,
Only listen to the 503 podcast. I mean, listen as in like only listen to what we believe in. You know what I mean?
right.
You're
That
like,
would
guys,
be good.
the Muppets are cool. Yeah.
The Muppets
Where does that
are
go?
great.
Well, yeah, we gotta get like, yeah, we gotta like isolate our audience to where they only believe us, but then we give them the best opinions. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Guys, your community matters. Care about one another. Do something like that. But it's tough. Then that resonates the message because you have to make people fear.
Mm.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
people are afraid. What if I don't get laid? You say you have to fucking
Dude,
raise your power.
I hope this kind of content exists. Like just
It does. I'm not lying, dude.
just like a 3-hour podcast. Like, all right, I got a list of the 100 dumbest women ever,
Yeah.
and we're gonna go through them all
It's
right
like
now.
it's like the president's
Yeah.
video, but it's
Yeah.
every woman.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's
every
just
feminist.
dumb.
Yeah.
Like
Amelia Earhart, idiot, didn't know how to fly, stuff like that. You know what I mean?
that would be pretty fucking crazy.
Yeah,
Damn. Yeah. I've
Yeah,
been in
but-
so many digital media classes where they talk about podcast bros, and yeah, they're just like, I'm
And you're just-
racist, I'm sexist,
yeah.
I'm Joe Rogan, I smoke weed. And it's like
That's
they're
the-
just
that's the
taking
least bad thing.
everything, absorbing it, and just spitting it out as one.
Do one hand. Yeah, Joe Rogan is like an interesting one. Do you guys think Joe Rogan is like knows what he's doing when he's like putting on crazy people, or do you think he's just like whatever comes, I'll let anyone on?
Like, what kind of crazy person?
Like he'll let like Jordan Peterson on and be like, yeah, you should eat only meat. Like it's really good. You know what I mean? Stuff like
Yeah.
that. Do you think like he's like, you know what I mean? Do you guys think of Joe Rogan as like he's like scheming, like evil, or do you think he's just like kind of letting things happen?
I think it's part of his appeal that like you can tell that a lot of it isn't schemed.
Yeah.
Like he's
Yeah.
a person with, you know, biases and opinions or
Yeah.
whatever, but like it's like the only like because there's people in his orbit that are like have been, or I don't even know if they are still trying to get like a thing going, like
Yeah.
like a response to like the mainstream culture that's like an alternative, like instead of being like left, right, or conservative or whatever, like there's like an acronym like IDW, or like intellectual dark web is like the term for it, and there's like, it's like Jordan Peterson, Ben Shapiro, the Weinstein brothers and whatever, and they're all these people in like the Rogan podcast, like that side of media, and they're like trying to make like a thing and get it going, and
Yeah.
Rogan is clearly just like not that interested in that, like he just wants to like talk,
Yeah.
just hang out. Yeah, I don't think he schemes.
Yeah, because it feels like people like use him,
What do you mean?
because he's like a huge platform. People listen to his podcast all the time. So someone, hey Joe, can I be in your podcast? And they'll just say their crazy ideas.
Oh,
And it's like everyone's gonna hear this shit. You know what I mean?
yeah.
That's what we're doing too.
But we don't really
Yeah.
have a platform, really.
Yeah, but like this is like we like this
could
is
tomorrow.
yeah.
I don't know if we're really influencing people's ideas like that. You know what I mean? It'd be cool if someone watched this. And
Yeah,
was
but
like,
even
I
like,
gotta watch the
but
Muppets.
suppose this podcast did blow up. Like, it's not like, I don't know. Like, would we then feel a greater responsibility to have like Julie Chen on
Well, no,
Chancellor?
no, she's not doing the right stuff. She's fucking up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
I don't know. Podcasting is cool though.
Sure,
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm of the opinion that art doesn't really do anything. Like it's messaging or whatever. But I was
Yeah.
thinking about this in the car earlier today, because somebody was talking about like how like music can save the world and stuff, and like that's been like since Woodstock, that's been like a thing that comes back around where people are like, if like music is just really good and it means like to love one another and stuff, like it can change the world. And like it probably does like the same amount as like talking, like it can like get people together and like galvanize and like enforce an idea in a culture, but like it doesn't like it's not a force on its own. Like
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
if you compare something like music to something like violence, and it's just not even a competition. Like it's
Well, yeah.
just,
Because, I mean, art only matters to you as much as you, like, let it. You know what I mean?
and art
Like,
doesn't
you don't have
matter
to
to
if you don't
most.
put anything into it, then you don't get anything out of it. You know what I mean?
And art doesn't matter to most people. Like what I was saying
Yeah.
earlier, but like if you guys go to the Muppets, I'll go to the Muppets. That's how most people interact with all art. Like most people they don't even understand
Yeah.
jokes. They've never been moved by a song.
Yeah.
They've never gone to a movie and like genuinely laughed at a thing. It's just like, these are my people. I do what they do, copy, paste. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, most people have been, like, dragged along to things.
yeah.
Is the thing. But I think people have had like one experience with art at least that they liked. Was something that moved you, Kieran, huh? Muppet? But the Muppet movie, your rewatch, that moved you, right?
Well, yeah, but only because it was just excellently written and performed and all that.
Yeah, Kieran likes excellence. He watches the Olympics and he's
Yeah.
like, yeah.
Yeah, I'm going back to rewatch 2014.
Yeah.
Just Michael Phelps clips all down the recommended.
Like,
Yes.
but you
More
have a
gold
tear
medals
come
than
out.
anyone.
This is so beautiful.
Oh my god.
We should show Kieran Rocky. He'll freak out.
Yeah.
Damn. Yeah, we got my dog Sadie during the 2014 Winter Sochi Olympics. We were gonna name her Sochi. Decided not to.
That's awesome.
Sadie's a better name.
So
Yeah.
is the Olympics your choice for art that moves you?
No, I would say dogs.
Dogs are art.
Sure. What about Nintendogs?
No.
Hmm.
What about you?
I mean, I like all the types of shit. You know what I mean? Star Wars, not the new stuff necessarily. Songs, the Across the Pond Friend by Black Virginia Road. I like that song. That moved me recently.
Is that one of the new ones?
Yeah,
Weird.
yeah. I don't know what my last like. I mean, Rocky was like pretty like. I feel this. You know what I mean? trying to think of like stuff like that. You know, good stuff.
Rocky's pretty good.
Yeah. Like there's like this one live performance of Tom Waits. I've talked about it. I talked about an episode like 3 or 2 or some shit, but of him doing Christmas Card from a Hooker in Minneapolis. That's
yep.
like one of the more moving like just like videos I've found in the past like 3 years. That's like magic. It's like when you find like something just like on YouTube, and it's like whoa.
Yeah.
Yeah, some random thing.
Yeah. But just I'm not familiar with Tom Waits at all. Beyond that,
Mm-hmm.
what about you, Joey? You got anything on your mind that's moved you recently?
Yeah, I have a playlist that has because people like I feel like I've met a lot of people who have like a thing like, oh, if I watch like people like from the army coming home, it just makes me cry every time or
Yeah.
something like that. And I've just never had something like that because I could like watch and it would just overcome me with emotion no matter what. Because I would like know like
Yeah.
I'm about to watch this thing, like I'm not gonna like let myself get wrapped up in it. You know, like if it happens, it happens, but like it doesn't happen every time. But I have this playlist that it's just been in my rotation lately where it's this song, it's Fetus by Amine with Injury Reserve, and it has a little like outro spoken part by this comedian who committed suicide, Jack Knight, he was like one of my favorites. Like he never had a special or anything, but his clips are just so awesome. Like you could just tell he was gonna be like the guy. He was on Big Mouth and shit too. Like you probably recognize his voice or some of his bits, but yeah, he's gone now, and he like kind of narrated this whole album, and he has this really fun part on like the end of the song, and then the song goes right into Only One by Kanye West, and it's like by the outro to Only One, like he's just like playing on the piano. I just driving to work just like oh dude fuck like it just can't stop.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's a great 2 songs.
Damn. What's that guy's name?
Jack Knight.
Jack Knight. Interesting.
Yeah, I mean it's good too. It's just a good song.
Yeah.
Mm.
The end, the last like half hour of End of Evangelion, like always like gets me, makes me feel stuff. That's like my favorite movie probably.
Yeah, I
Awesome.
still haven't watched those.
It's so crazy,
Missing
so good.
out. I am finally watching Swarm.
You liked it?
It's really good. Yeah, it's like I don't know what I was expecting, but I remember like thinking the first 2 or 3 episodes like. And I'm like this with every TV show. I'm like, I like this, but like, I don't even know why I'm still watching this. But then I got to the Billie Eilish episode, and I'm like, oh, this is sick.
Yeah.
This is so good. Because you like Billie Eilish, right?
Yeah, I love Billie Eilish.
Yeah, she's just like an actor on the show, and
Yeah.
she's not like a famous person, like pretending. She's not doing like a version of herself. Like she like actually like plays a character, and it's awesome. Like it's the best episode so far, easily. The one I'm in the middle of right now is good, but I had to pause it earlier.
Yeah. No Time to Die is something that's moved me. Like that movie. The song's good. Billie Eilish has a bunch of songs that are moving art, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
You know, her last 2 songs she dropped were good. The 30th is really good.
I remember at the end of Logan when she takes the cross on his grave and turns it into an X.
Yeah.
I was sitting next to my boy, and he was just like, "That's cool," and I was like, "Yeah, it is." It's so cool. Like,
That was awesome. I saw Logan. My parents took me to the dentist one day in the middle of school, like 8th grade, 7th grade, and I just saw it then in the middle of like when I should have been at school. And I was like, "Damn, I feel this." Even though like I had not seen X-Men 1 or 2 or 3.
have you know?
Yeah. By then I'd seen like First Class and Days of Future Past, but I had not like. I think that movie's just good. I think some people argue it's like it relies on you like feeling for like Hugh Jackman as Wolverine. Like you have to like care about the character too much, but I don't think you really do.
No,
It kind of works on its own thing of like sad old guy. You know, you like him.
Yeah, it's an awesome movie.
Yeah.
I'm in the middle of watching the movie The Aviator.
Oh yeah, I love that.
You guys seen it?
I haven't. No.
Where are you at?
I'm at the part where William Dafoe, he's blackmailing William Dafoe
Yeah.
for photos or something of the new airplane he's coming out with.
Howard Hughes.
Mr. Hughes.
Yeah.
It's a good movie.
It's awesome.
I'm only halfway through it, but yeah. You like it?
Yeah, I love like the second half. It's like me. You'll know when you see it.
All right. I'll text you.
Come in with the milk. Remember that.
Well, I know he likes milk.
Well, remember, come in with the milk. Remember that.
Okay.
We'll get it later. Yeah. Top Gun Maverick was like a moving thing. I saw that way late, but I was like, whoa. Right?
To make you shed a tear?
No. thought
But it's
about
just, you get wrapped up in it. It's like,
Yeah.
this is sick.
Or it's like he saved him.
Yeah, it was definitely
But he
too
couldn't do
sick
his
to
dad.
cry, actually. Like, it was just, they were in the sky. You're like, that's so cool.
No, but it's when they get out, like when he saves them, when they get out of the plane. You know,
What do you mean?
Maverick saves Rooster, and then it's like, oh my god, he's gonna sacrifice himself. And then Rooster comes for him. It's like, oh my god, and they're together in Russia or whatever.
Yeah.
It's like, oh my god, that's like when it starts going. You know.
Yeah.
It's like, oh my god, he saved his dad. You know what I mean? Oh my god. You know.
I know.
Yeah. End of Last Jedi is moving. Like last half hour of that.
The kamikaze thing?
Well, I mean that's cool. I like that. That's something that people hate of like the not doing the kamikaze.
What do you
Oh
mean?
no, I mean Finn doing the kamikaze thing.
What?
Finn,
I'm talking about when,
Admiral Holdo.
yeah, when
Laura
she
Dern.
crashes she
Yeah,
light
that's cool.
speeds
It's
into
not like
the...
super emotional for me, but I mean like the last like half hour, 20 minutes, like Kylo and Luke, and then Luke's thing, that's moving.
I remember The Last Jedi the end of it annoying me. I thought Luke dying was stupid, and especially the way he did of like basically natural causes from like exertion. I thought the like romance moment between Finn and the girl was like forced and dumb. But I was also a child when I saw that movie.
But Luke, like, he sacrificed himself for the future generation. You know what I mean?
Right, which is a good beat.
He doesn't, that's the cool thing is that it's like you think he's gonna go out there and like whoop Kylo Ren's ass, but he doesn't. He just talks to him, which is like the whole thing that he should have done then, but he didn't. He's like making up for, but the whole problem was that he was not like clear with Kylo when he was a kid about like the way he felt, and he was like, he like didn't trust him, but now he finally has like the talk with him, and it's
but
like
it's too late.
Yeah, it is like too late, but he's giving him the chance, you know what I
Mhm.
mean? Which is like what needs to be done, and that's the reason why 9 doesn't work that great. Which is like really, Kylo Ren should be redeemed. Also, he never talks to Luke again, which is crazy. Because the end of the scene is "see you around, kid," and it's like he'll fucking see him again. Come on, I mean that's his uncle. Because that's the thing. Star Wars is fucked because you can't end the story of being if you're a little kid who gets fucking strayed on the path, then you deserve to die. You know what I mean? That's the messaging that they put in it. It's the problem. Just Kylo Ren's like 30, but he's really like 15. Really, he's like a teenager. You know.
Yeah,
But then it's like, oh well, you gotta die then. Sorry.
because girls rule.
Yeah, girls do rule, but it's like, come on, dude. Girls like boys sometimes. I mean, girls can rule by having their boy toys, but Star Wars said no. Come on.
Yeah, Star Wars said be independent, girl boss this shit.
Yeah, be independent. Take someone else's last name though. Come on. God damn it, Star Wars.
It's fucked up.
Come on, bring the motherfucking ruckus. You know what I mean?
The motherfucking Ruckus. Yeah, I did
Crazy.
almost knock everything over.
Yeah.
Damn.
Lucky? What do you think?
Rough.
Thanks, Lucky.
Thank you, Lucky. That was great.
That's right.
Good boy.
Also, we're a little past an hour. Should probably
Sure.
wrap it up.
Wrap it up.
That's a wrap.
This microphone smells like cough syrup.